Today is the day you change. Today is the day you take one small step that can create a big difference in your English and in your life. You may feel scared. You may feel shy. You may feel like you are too small, too slow, too late. Maybe you've tried before and it didn't work. Maybe you feel embarrassed when you speak. Maybe you hide your voice. Maybe you say, "I cannot do this. I will never be fluent." I understand. I know the pain. I know what it feels like to want something, to dream something, but to be held back by fear. You are not alone. Many people feel stuck. Many learners feel silent in conversations. Many stop before they even start. But today, something changes. Because this is not just a lesson in English. This is a story. A story that will touch your heart. A story that will help your mind, your mouth, and your confidence grow together. A story that will teach you how to speak, not just memorize words. You see, traditional learning can be boring. You know the type. Long lists of words, endless grammar rules, silent reading, waiting for the perfect moment to speak. That old way makes learning slow and painful. That old way kills your confidence silently, day by day. Contrast that with what we will do here. This story will show you a real way to learn, a way that is emotional, alive, and natural. You will hear sentences, repeat them, feel them, and speak them. You will see the difference between being silent and being brave. You will see how tiny actions every day can create a powerful transformation. By the end of this video, you will feel something new. You will feel courage in your voice. You will see your confidence growing. You will begin to speak more naturally. You will understand that learning English is not just memorizing, it is living it. So take a deep breath, open your mind, open your heart. Stop waiting, stop doubting. This is your journey, this is your story, and it starts right now. Let's begin. Let's start your story. The painful beginning. Let me tell you a story. It is your story. It is the story of many people who try to learn English but feel afraid. Maybe this story feels like your life. Maybe this story is exactly your life. You sit in a classroom. The teacher asks a question in English. Your heart starts beating fast. Your hands shake. You look down. You do not want the teacher to call your name. You know the answer in your head, but your mouth is locked. Your voice is hiding. You pray, "Please, not me. Please, not me." And when the teacher asks someone else, you feel safe again, but you also feel small, very small. You walk on the street and see tourists. They speak English. They smile. They ask, "Excuse me, where is the station?" You freeze. You feel hot. You say nothing. You run away. Later, you feel angry at yourself. Why didn't you try? Why didn't you speak one simple sentence? At work or at school, when people speak English, you smile and pretend you understand. But inside, you feel lost. You feel like you are outside of the world. You feel like a child again, not like an adult. You hate that feeling. You want to speak. You want to join the conversation. You want to be part of the world. But fear is bigger than you. Fear controls you. Fear whispers, "Don't try. You are not good. They will laugh at you. You will make mistakes." And you listen to that fear. You sit at home and think, "Why am I like this? Why can everyone speak but not me?" You study grammar, but speaking is still difficult. You learn new vocabulary, but when it is time to speak, all words disappear. You forget everything. Your brain becomes empty. Sometimes you look at your parents. They are getting older. You want to make them proud. You want a good job. You want a better life. But how can you if you cannot speak English with confidence? How can you travel? How can you grow? How can you take care of your future family? The world is moving fast. Time is running. And you are still silent. Silence is heavy. Silence is pain. Silence is like a wall between you and your dreams. No voice, no confidence, no English. No voice, no confidence, no English. You repeat this inside your head every day, and every day your dream gets smaller. Every day your fear gets bigger. Every day you feel more stuck. You pretend to be okay. You smile. You say, maybe tomorrow I will practice. Maybe next week. Maybe next year. But maybe is a dangerous word. Maybe steals your future. Maybe kills your dreams slowly, quietly. People around you do not know your fight. They do not know how much you want to change. They do not know how you cry inside when you fail to speak. They do not know the pain in your heart. But I know. I understand you. I am speaking to your soul right now. You were never weak. You were never stupid. You were never a failure. You were only scared. And that fear made you small. But there is something inside you, a small light, a strong desire, a voice inside that says, I want more. I want to speak. I want to grow. That voice is the real you. That voice wants to fight back. That voice wants a new start. And listen, you are not alone anymore. I am here with you. We will break the silence together. We will build your confidence step by step. We will turn your fear into power. We will bring your voice back to life. This is not the end of your story. This is only the beginning. A painful beginning, yes, but every great story starts with struggle. Every hero has a moment of darkness before the light arrives. You are ready. You are hungry. You are alive. And deep inside, you know the truth. Your time is now. Because after the painful beginning, but then something important happens. The moment of truth. One day, everything feels too heavy. You are tired of running away. You are tired of being silent. You are tired of feeling small. You look at yourself and you feel something breaking inside. That pain becomes too strong, and suddenly a new voice speaks. A strong voice, a voice from your future. It says, stand up. You stand up. Look in the mirror. You look in the mirror. You see your own eyes. You see a person who wants to change. You see a person who is not happy with silence anymore. You see a person who is ready to fight. The voice says, say this, I can learn English. You open your mouth slowly. Your voice is small, but you try. I can learn English. Again. I can learn English. Louder. I can learn English. You feel something, a fire, a feeling of power, a feeling of life. Listen to me carefully now. English is not only in your mind. It is not only in books or grammar rules. English is in your mouth. English is in your lips. English is in your tongue. You must move them. You must train them. You must feel the words. Speaking is a physical skill, like sports, like music. You must practice with your voice. You cannot just think English. You must speak English. The voice in the mirror tells you the truth. If you wait for a perfect day, you will wait forever. If you wait for perfect English, you will never speak. If you wait for fear to disappear, you will grow old with silence. So the voice asks you, why not now? Why not today? Why not you? Time is moving forward. It never stops. It never slows down. Every day you wait, your dream becomes a little further away. Your confidence becomes a little weaker. Your fear becomes a little stronger. But when you take a small action today, a tiny action, something changes. You feel hope. You feel progress. You feel alive. The voice explains something important. Big success comes from small daily steps. Just 5 minutes a day can change your life. 5 minutes of speaking. 5 minutes of repeating. 5 minutes of trying. Day after day. Week after week. Month after month. Small actions become big results. Maybe you think, I do not have time. But listen, time is your friend only if you respect it. If you ignore it, time becomes your biggest enemy. You do not need hours. You just need to start. You feel your heart beating faster. You feel a new energy. You look in the mirror again. You see a brave version of yourself. A future version. A stronger version. That version is talking to you now. That version wants you to wake up. That version says, stop saying tomorrow. Tomorrow is a lie. Tomorrow is a trick. Tomorrow is a thief. Start today. Start now. Start with your voice. You take another deep breath. You remember every moment you were silent. Every moment you were afraid. Every moment you felt less than others. And you decide, no more. No more silence. No more fear. No more hiding. You choose hope. You choose action. You choose to open your mouth. Because that is where your new life begins. This moment of truth is a gift. It is like a door suddenly opening. And behind that door is a new world. A world where you speak, where you connect, where you join the conversation of life. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to be brave. Just a little brave. Today, right now, your voice is waiting. Your future is waiting. You look in the mirror one more time. You smile. You whisper, I am ready. Because you feel it. This is your turning point. This is your rise. This is where your story changes direction. And now that you know the truth, now that the fire is inside you, it is time to learn how to train your English the right way. Let's talk about what real learning looks like. The wrong way versus the right way. Many English learners spend years studying, but they still feel afraid to speak. Why? It's not because they are lazy or not smart. It's because they are learning in the wrong way. The wrong way looks busy, but it does not create real progress. The right way may feel scary at first, but it builds confidence, fluency, and true communication skills. The wrong way. The wrong way is the traditional way that many of us learned in school. It focuses on memorizing long lists of words without using them. You write each new word 10 times, but you never speak it in a sentence. You learn many grammar rules, but you don't actually talk. You read silently and watch videos silently. You wait for the perfect moment to speak, but that moment never comes. This style of learning makes you sound like a robot. Every sentence is too slow, too long, too careful. You think, subject plus verb plus object. You try to remember rules. You worry. What if I make a mistake? So you stop speaking. And every day that you stay silent, your confidence becomes weaker. Robot-style English sounds like this. Hello, how are you? I am fine. I am going to the store to buy some food today. Perfect grammar. Zero emotion. Zero real-life feeling. It sounds like a dictionary is talking. This kind of English is not what native speakers use in everyday life. When you only study rules, you are learning about English, but you are not learning to live in English. The right way. The right way is simple. Speak. Every single day. Even if it's just 5 minutes. Even if you are alone. Even if your grammar is not perfect. Real English is not about rules. It's about rhythm, emotion, music, connection. You must train your mouth, tongue, and breathing, just like a singer or athlete trains their body. That's why shadowing is so powerful. You listen to natural spoken English and you copy the voice, the speed, the stress, the emotion. You don't think word by word, you feel the sentence. For example, a native speaker does not say, "I am going to the store." They say, "I'm going to the store." They do not say, "I am excited to see you." They say, "I'm excited to see ya." Shorter, faster, more musical. That is real English. Let's compare two sentences. Robot English. Do you want to eat with me? Natural English. Want to eat with me? Robot English. I do not know. Natural English. I don't know. The meaning is the same, but the feeling is different. The natural sentences feel friendly, emotional, and alive. This is the English that native speakers use when they laugh, argue, flirt, and express themselves. To speak naturally, you must practice like a child learning to talk, not like a student memorizing rules. Children listen first. They copy sounds. They speak before reading. They repeat the same phrases hundreds of times, and then their fluency grows without fear. You can do the same. Every day, choose a simple sentence and repeat it while moving your mouth confidently. How's it going? What's up? I'll call you later. Sounds good. Say them with feeling, with a smile, with energy. When you repeat daily, your brain creates strong speaking habits. Slowly, your mouth stops fighting English. Your words flow. You stop thinking and start communicating. Daily English practice story. At first, the learner didn't feel ready. They were shy. They were afraid of sounding foolish. But they remembered one powerful rule. You don't have to be perfect to begin. You just have to begin. So they chose one tiny, brave action every morning. Every day when they woke up, they walked to the mirror. Their heart beat fast. Their mouth felt tight. Their voice was small. But they looked into their own eyes and said one simple sentence. Good morning. I'm ready. The first time it sounded weak. The second time it was still shaky. But they didn't run away. They stood there, breathing, trying again. Good morning. I'm ready. Good morning. I'm ready. Their mouth started to wake up. Their voice became a little stronger. They smiled, a tiny, nervous smile, but a real one. Then they repeated another line. I repeat to become. I repeat to become. This became their secret rule, not I repeat to memorize, not I repeat to impress. I repeat to become. Every day brought a small battle. There was a negative voice inside that whispered, You sound stupid. Your accent is terrible. You will never be fluent. That voice was fear, fear of judgment, fear of mistakes, fear of trying. But a second voice, quiet but brave, answered, Keep going. You are improving. Every day you win a little. And the learner listened to that second voice. Even when their pronunciation was messy, even when they forgot words, even when they felt embarrassed, they stood in front of the mirror and trained their mouth again. Some mornings the practice felt good. They relaxed their shoulders. They laughed at themselves. They imagined a future self, confident, fluent, smiling, speaking English easily with anyone, anywhere. Other mornings the practice felt heavy. Their voice broke. They couldn't speak fast. They looked away from the mirror, tired and unsure. But even then, they did not quit. Even then, they repeated, I repeat to become. I repeat to become. They practiced short, real-life sentences. How's it going? Sounds good. I'll call you later. Have a great day. Sometimes they were slow. Sometimes they were too fast. Sometimes their tongue felt like stone. But every day, something small changed. Day 1, their voice became slightly louder. Day 7, their mouth moved a little smoother. Day 14, Their fear became less powerful. Day 21. Their confidence started to wake up. And soon, they weren't just repeating sounds. They were becoming a speaker, a communicator, a person with a growing voice. Even outside the mirror, they practiced. Walking to work, they whispered short phrases. Waiting in line, they shadowed a podcast through earbuds. Before sleep, they repeated their favorite sentence like a promise. I repeat to become. Fluency wasn't suddenly there like magic, but every morning it came closer. Every repetition was a step. Every tiny risk made tomorrow easier. The learner understood something important. Courage is not loud. Courage is consistent. Real learning is not one big jump. It is many small wins, invisible at first, but life-changing over time. They still made mistakes. They still felt insecure sometimes. But they were no longer the silent student. They were the speaker who showed up daily, even when nobody was watching. And with every attempt, something inside them grew. Something strong, something proud, something alive. Every day they won a little. And one day, they would look in the mirror and finally say it with truth in their voice. Good morning. I'm ready. Rebuilding your identity. There was a time when the learner looked in the mirror and only saw weakness. They thought, I am bad at English. I can't speak well. I always make mistakes. That identity was heavy. That identity was painful. It made them feel small. But slowly, something new began to grow. They learned a powerful truth. You are not bad at English. You are just a beginner. And beginners are full of potential. Beginners are powerful. People who call themselves bad stop trying. People who call themselves beginners keep growing. So the learner changed the words they used about themselves. They took a notebook, opened the first page, and wrote 2 important sentences. I am strong. I am learning. Then they wrote it again, this time bigger, deeper, with feeling. I am strong. I am learning. This was more than writing. It was identity training. Every word was a brick. Every repetition built a stronger self. Because the truth is simple. If you want to speak more confidently, you must see yourself differently. A mistake does not mean failure. A slow sentence does not mean weakness. A beginner is not behind. A beginner is at the starting line of greatness. The learner practiced not only with their mouth but with their body. They stood tall. They opened their chest. They looked forward, not down. They used their eyes, their hands, their energy. English is not only grammar, it is emotion, movement, presence. They realized something important. The comfort zone is not comfortable. The comfort zone is a prison for dreams. Inside the comfort zone, fear, silence, regret. Outside the comfort zone, growth, progress, life. So one day, the learner took a brave step. A friend asked them a simple question in English. Hey, how are you? Normally, they would freeze. They would pretend not to hear. They would run from the moment. But this time, they took a breath. Their heart was shaking, but their voice was ready. They looked up, smiled a little, and answered, I'm good, thanks. How about you? The friend smiled. The world did not end. Nobody laughed. The learner survived. Actually, they succeeded. It was only one short sentence, but it was a first success moment, a tiny victory with a huge meaning. And that night, when they looked in the mirror again, their reflection looked different, a little stronger, a little braver, a little more alive. Confidence does not explode into your life. Confidence grows quietly. Every small action feeds it. Every brave moment makes it louder. The learner felt a new identity arriving, day by day. Not the shy one, not the bad one, but the one who tries, the one who learns, the one who grows. They were transforming. The old identity was fading. A new speaker was being born. And now, confidence was no longer just a dream. Now confidence grows. The challenge and fall. Confidence was growing. Every day felt a little brighter. The learner spoke short sentences. They smiled more. They believed, maybe I can really do this. But life always tests you when you start to rise. One afternoon, the learner's friend said, "Come, I want you to meet someone." The friend was excited. The learner followed, trying to stay calm. Then they saw two foreign tourists smiling and waving. "Hi, nice to meet you," one of the tourists said. In that moment, the learner's heart dropped. Their mind became empty. All the words disappeared. The friend looked at them, waiting for a response. The tourists waited. The learner opened their mouth, but nothing came out. Seconds felt like hours. Silence felt like pain. Their face became hot. Their hands shook. Their brains screamed, "Say something, anything!" But their voice was trapped inside. The moment passed. The friend quickly talked for them, trying to help. The tourist smiled politely, but the learner saw it, that little confusion in their eyes. The learner wanted to run away. When the tourists left, the learner walked home alone. Every step felt heavy. They thought, "I'm still terrible. I'm still afraid. I cannot change. I am not strong." That night, the learner cried quietly. They looked in the mirror again, but this time they didn't like what they saw. They avoided their own eyes. No voice, no confidence, no English. All the old pain returned like a wave. But then, the mentor voice, the future self, came back with strong words. "Listen, falling is normal. Everyone falls. But quitting is death." The learner looked up slowly, listening. When you fall, your brain learns. When you fall, your heart becomes stronger. But when you give up, your dream dies. Those words were sharp, but they were true. The learner wiped their tears. They took a long breath. The mentor voice continued. "You survived the fall. You can stand again. You already started this journey. You already changed your identity. Do not let one bad moment destroy all your progress." The learner closed their eyes and remembered the good moments, answering their friend, practicing in the mirror, writing strong words in their notebook. Those were not fake victories. Those were real. The mentor voice said, "You forgot words today. Good. Now you know what you need to practice. You were silent today. Good. Now you know where to grow." Every fall shows the next step. Slowly, the pain turned into understanding. The learner realized something important. Failure is not the end. Failure is information. The next time they would be ready. The next time they would breathe slower. The next time they would speak louder. The next time they would try again. Falling means you are in the game. Only people who never try never fall. That night, the learner sat at their desk. They opened the notebook again. They wrote, "I rise again. I learn again. I speak again." They were tired, but they were not done. This journey was not finished. This challenge was not the last challenge. And this fall was not the final fall. It was only a message. You need stronger practice methods. You need deeper training. And so, with new fire in their heart, it is time to become stronger. Now, let's learn a better way to practice. Speak like you live in English. The learner understood. They needed stronger practice. Not just once a week, not only when they felt confident. They needed a new way of living with English, a way to train the mouth, the mind, and the heart every single day. Most people learn the wrong way. They only watch, but they don't speak. They only listen, but they don't move. They only know, but they don't use. Passive learning gives you quiet knowledge. Active learning gives you a loud voice. So the mentor voice spoke clearly. Do this every day. Not tomorrow, today. The learner listened carefully. The mentor explained what real practice looks like. 1. Shadowing practice. Choose a short English video, the mentor said. Listen to one sentence. Pause, repeat. Try to sound the same. Use the same music, the same rhythm. At first, the learner's voice was slow, broken, strange. But day by day, the words began to flow. Shadowing was like dancing with English, step by step, beat by beat. The learner repeated, I copy to learn. I copy to speak. I copy to become. This was not boring study. It felt real. It felt alive. 2. Daily speaking tasks. Even 1 minute can change you. The mentor gave a simple command. Speak about your day. Say anything. Just don't be silent. The learner stood in front of the mirror each morning and said, I woke up early. I feel good. I will learn today. Only 3 sentences, but every sentence was a small victory. 3. Think in English. Thinking in English seemed impossible before, but the mentor showed a simple trick. Tiny thoughts only, no big grammar, just simple English in your head. The learner practiced while walking. That house is blue. I like this coffee. The sky is beautiful today. Slowly, their brains started to choose English automatically. Thoughts became practice. Practice became progress. 4. Record. Listen. Improve. This part felt scary. The learner recorded their own voice. They listened back. At first, they hated it. I sound strange, they thought. My accent is bad. But the mentor said, Good. Now you know what to fix. Improvement starts with honesty. Every recording became feedback. Every playback became growth. These simple actions did something powerful. They made English a daily habit. Not a school subject, not a scary test, a part of life. The learner began to feel different. English was not only in books now. English was in their mouth, in their thoughts, in their home, in their day. The inner voice repeated, Do this every day. Not tomorrow, today. Not perfect, just do it. And something amazing started to happen. Transformation accelerated. Words came out faster. Mistakes became fewer. Confidence became stronger. The learner walked with new energy. They spoke with more courage. Their brain was waking up. Their mouth was training like a muscle. They were no longer waiting for the right moment. They were creating the right moment every day. This was the beginning of real fluency. This was how speakers are made. And now, the learner could feel it. They were changing. They were rising. They were becoming the English speaker they always wanted to be. But this was only the start of the true transformation. Because now, results begin to appear. The transformation. Weeks turned into months. The learner who once froze in front of strangers was now speaking English in small, real-world moments. At the market, they asked confidently, How much is this? And smiled when the seller answered. On the street, they said, Excuse me, can you help me? Without hesitation. Even at home, practicing in the mirror felt different. More natural, more alive, more joyful. Their eyes began to shine. Not the shy, hesitant eyes of before. These eyes were bright with courage and curiosity. Their smile was no longer nervous or forced. It was real, full of pride. Every word they spoke carried weight. Every sentence built confidence. Every conversation opened a new door. The world around them grew bigger. Opportunities appeared where once there were walls. Friends who spoke English welcomed them into discussions. Colleagues started listening. The learner could join meetings, ask questions, share ideas. Their voice mattered. And then the mentor voice appeared, warm but strong, proud but real. Look at you now. Look how far you have come. You are not the person you were. You are a speaker. You are alive in English. You have created your own path. Every day you spoke, every time you repeated, every failure you survived, it brought you here. The learner remembered their past, the freezing, the silence, the fear, the endless pretending. And now they saw the contrast. From quiet observer to confident speaker, from small dreams to big possibilities. Life started to change. Opportunities that felt impossible before became real. They were invited to speak in small gatherings. They could introduce themselves without fear. They were confident in interviews. Their English opened doors, a better job chance, new friends, new experiences. And more importantly, they felt free. Free from silence, free from fear, free from the belief that English was impossible. The mentor voice spoke again, soft but powerful. Do you feel it? This is not luck. This is your work, your courage, your daily actions. Time is your friend only if you respect it. Respect it by acting now. Respect it by speaking every day. Respect it by showing up, even when it is scary. The world is yours, step by step. The learner felt the truth deep inside. Change was not magic. It was consistent effort, courage, repetition, and faith. They realized they could achieve even more. Their confidence was no longer limited to English. It spread to every part of life. They could take risks, ask questions, meet new people, dream bigger. And now, the mentor challenges the viewer directly. Look at yourself. Imagine yourself here. Imagine your eyes shining. Imagine your smile proud. Imagine your voice strong and confident. You can feel it, can't you? This transformation is possible for you too. Not next month, not next year. Now. Today. Your small steps, your tiny victories, they build a new life. This moment is powerful. This moment is proof. You are capable of becoming more than you ever imagined. Every single day matters. Every single repetition matters. Every single brave action matters. And now, after seeing what is possible, it is time to take the final step. Time to make a promise. A promise to yourself, to your future, to your voice. Because the transformation is not complete, it is only beginning. Time to make your promise. Listen to me carefully. Your new life starts now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. Now. Today. This very moment. Think back to the old you. The one who stayed silent, who ran from conversations, who pretended to understand but didn't speak. That person is still inside, but they are shrinking. Every day you speak, every sentence you repeat, every brave action you take pushes that old self further away. And now, look at the new you, the one who stands tall, the one who opens their mouth without fear, the one who smiles with confidence, the one whose eyes shine with courage. That person is real. That person is alive. That person is you, and you are only getting started. Speak with your heart. Speak with energy. Speak with emotion. Use your lips, your tongue, your jaw. Every word you speak is a seed for your confidence. Every phrase you repeat builds your courage. And every time you practice, you become stronger. No excuses. No, maybe tomorrow. Today is your day. Today is your chance. And remember the mantra that has guided you all along. I repeat to become. I repeat to become. I repeat to become. Why not now? Why not today? Why not me? Say it out loud. Write it down. Feel it in your chest. Let it echo in your mind every morning. Let it push you forward when fear whispers, "You cannot do this." You are not alone in this journey. Join our community here on the channel. Every day we share posts, vocabulary challenges, and writing prompts. Answer one question. What inspired you today in the comments? Every small step counts. Every small practice grows. Together, we rise. Together, we speak. Together, we learn. Subscribe and learn with us. We grow together. We support each other. We celebrate victories, small and big. We face challenges, fall, and rise again. This is not just learning English. This is changing your life. This is building a new identity. This is claiming your voice. Your story is not over. It has just begun. Every day you speak, every phrase you repeat, every brave attempt you make, you are rewriting your future. You are creating the life you want. You are building confidence, connection, and courage. Remember this truth. You are powerful. You can speak English. You can join conversations, make friends, explore new opportunities, and step into your dreams. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Your time is now. So promise yourself today, you will practice daily. You will speak with heart. You will embrace mistakes. You will rise again and again. You will not give up. You will become the speaker you always wanted to be. Because the new you is waiting. The world is waiting. And your journey, full of courage, growth, and success, is only beginning. You are powerful. You can speak English. Your story has just begun. Subscribe, join our community, and let's grow together.